Consensus decision making. Consensus decision making is where a decision is reached by the group as a whole. So it means it refers to agreement on some decisions by all members of a group rather than a majority or a select group of representatives, or it is a cooperative process for making decisions in which everyone consents to the decisions of the group. So we have here the features of consensus decisions. First is decision-making rules are agreed in the first place. So when we say the consensus decision na dapat is kung unsa tong mga ginambuhat nila nga decision rules is una pa lang is agreed na. Then next is the process of reaching the decision is just as important as the outcome. So meaning, we have the features nga ang process niya is nag-reach og mga important outcome for the decisions na ilang ginabuhat or gina-decide. The next is the process requires working together and really talking to each other about all the issues. So napoy features nga kanang ang process niya is nag-requires siya o kanang pwede siya mag-work together, and masabutan ninyo jud og pamaayo kung unsa tong mga issues, kung unsa tong mga lahi-lahi nga mga issues nga pwede siya mabuhatan og mga decision or ana. Next is as many people who have interest in the decision as possible are involved. So kung kuan ka nang nindot pa siya kay kung kinsa tong mga interesado nga mga tao about ato nga decision na ilang ginabuhat is kanang possible jud siya nga involved na sila ato daan pa. And the next is the people have to work together and contribute ideas and solutions. So kung ano siya, sabotable na kayo siya no na nga as I've said earlier na pwede siya mag-work together, pwede mo mag-uban og work, and pwede mo makakontribute og mga ideas and solutions sa inyong mga pangbuhaton ng mga decisions. And that would be all my topic.
Good day everyone, I am April Vininaza and I am going to discuss the last part of our report, which is wise buying. What is wise buying? So wise buying refers to buying the right type of products or services at the right time, at the right place, and at the right price. So it is a process of making a buying decision in the right manner so that you do not regret in future. So wise buying means as consumer, we must check the product that we buy, and that includes the price, quantity, and the quality. So it is important that we buy that is a product that is cheaper and nice, and has a nice quality in order to save money. So in wise buying, we consider also our budget and our priorities, which is our basic need. So when we talk about buying at the right time, so it means that as a consumer knows when is the right time to purchase, and that includes the availability of our money, and when is the time that there are sales or the product are mostly at the lowest price. So wise buyer is a practical consumer, they know everything about buying or purchasing, so particularly the place and the shop that offers good products. So as a consumer, we also have the right to choose which shop or market gives the consumer which shop or market gives the consumer best deals. It also gives us the opportunity to compare the prices or value of a certain product. Because of that, there are instances manggod na there are shops na naga-cheat or nagataas sila sa ilang mga presyo or taas ilang patong sa yung presyo. So a wise buyer a consumer had the opportunity to pick or choose kung unsa ang right nga shop para sa iyaha. So a wise buyer also knows how to check if the product or if the price of the product is right or worth it. So in order to practice wise buying, the best thing that we must do is to list all of the products that we need, so that if we are doing our grocery, we know what to prioritize, because there is a possibility that we will practice impulsive buying, for we don't know what we needed the most. So it is really important that we list all of the important things that we buy, so that we can prioritize what is the product or the services that we needed the most, or that is important. So purchase made by consumers should be made with care and should be treated as an investment. Informed consumer benefit not only himself or herself, but also his family. As a wise consumer, we should know the product that is worth to buy and also safe to us. That is not just for us, that is not just good for us, but also for our family member or to our family. So lastly, a product that gives our money's worth. So that we won't regret buying it. So now let's proceed to the benefits of being wise and well-informed consumers. So first, being healthy and safe. Well-informed consumer, they know the ingredients of product they buy. So they look on the long-term effects of it. A wise consumer is very meticulous when it comes to buying a product. They always check the expiration date, the food content, the weight, and the value of a product, so that they can assure that the product is healthy for their family and at the same time safe. So number 2, or second, protection from being cheated. So a well-informed and wise consumer knows the price of the product or services they are buying. So they already know if they are cheated or not. A wise consumer manggod, kabalo mo tan-aw if tama ba ning price, or kaniba na siya kanibang price sa isa ka product is tama ba ni kay you are a wise consumer, you already know katong particular gid nga price ani nga product. So third, ensure that suppliers or providers provide good quality of product. So a well-informed and wise consumer already knows what is the most trusted supplier or provider, so that they can ensure that the product that they are purchasing is good and has a great quality. And fourth, the last benefit is have a great investment of money. So a wise consumer always practices good strategy in buying, and that includes knowing if a certain product is worth to purchase or worth to spend the money. And now, we have here the importance of being a smart consumer. Overall, being a smart consumer means to thoroughly research the product you are buying and ensuring it is intended to safely and efficiently do what you bought it for. So consumers have a right to having choices, safe products, and making informed choices in the marketplace. So the goal of the consumer is to get the best product and services and best decision in purchasing. They know that best decision that they won't regret in the future. So they are good in knowing what works best for them. They are searching thoroughly and buying wisely. So that's the end of my assigned topic. So I will give the floor to the next reporter.
So good day everyone, I am Hazel Misolis and I will continue the report. So, who is a buyer? So, a buyer may be defined as a person, private business firm, or a government office that uses goods and services and spends money to obtain them either for own use or for resale. So, kinsa jud ay ang buyer? So, of course, no, ang person na nag-buy or purchase a product that or anything that can be sold. So, what affects our buying decision? So, first is capacity to buy. So, makapalit yun no if we have a money. So, if we don't have a money, mapalit ba din yung mong gusto? Diba? Dili. So, syempre no, tanan butang jud yung imong makita karon no is kwarta jud. So, next is advertisement. So, through advertisements, no, maengganyo man jud ang mga tawo nga mapalit. Like, for example, pagkaon, like Jollibee or Burger King. Diba, pag makita taong maing ana, mag-crave dayon. So, mao to nga, mapalit dayon ni mo kay galaway naman kag tan-aw sa advertisement pa lang, di ba? So, next is sales promotion scheme. So, from the word sale, no, it is very common man jud in the market or in the business. So, di ba kung na ay sale, makasave ta, like for example, t-shirts na kanang kuan, buy one take one, or mga products na less 50%. So, through sales or products, makasave ta. So, next is social status. So, kung dato ka no, so makapalit jud ka og unsay imong gusto. So, if tama-tama lang, like dili kayo pobre, di po kayo dato. So, not all things jud no, or not all things or product no, mapalit jud nimo. So, kailangan po jud siya no nga hinunaon nimong taman before you purchase. So, intellectual status. So, there is a lot of people jud no nga kanang intellect person, or another term is kuripot. So, before jud sila purchase, they will think their needs than their wants. So, also no kaning mga intellect person, ila jud ning i-check ang product if it's good quality or not. So, next is availability of the product or services. So, like for example, mga product nga panagsahon ra or mga services nga panagsara. So, kani nga produkto or mga services kay kinahanglo ni sa buyer. So, kailangan jud i-take no nga. Kailangan jud i-take sa buyer, or kailangan jud na i-take ang product or ang services. So, the last is urgency. So, for example, no, mahutdan ta og mantika or toyo or asin nya. Timing kaayo no nga nagaluto ta. So, manugo jud ka no, or magdali-dali jud ka og palit sa sari-sari store. So, next is, as a wise consumer, we must know the wise buying practice. So, what to buy, where to buy, how to buy, why to buy, and when to buy. So, first is what to buy. So, make a list of goods and services of family needs done by those products. So, always buy standardized product, like products that has gone quality inspection process. Check the labels and seals on product. Always buy sealed and labeled products. So, as a wise consumer, you need to make a list on the product that you are going to buy. So, dapat yun no, nga i-prioritize yun di mo mong needs than wants. Lain po kayo no, mupalit ka ka ng mga wants din mo niya. Nya dili ni mo i-prioritize imong needs. So, wala kay kanon, di ba? Or wala kay gamiton. So, as a wise consumer jud no, dapat jud tan-awon nimo ang quality sa product and also expiration. Because as what I have experienced no, kana laging magdali-dali ka og palit sa grocery store niya. Kuha lang diretso, wala tanaw-tanaw sa expiration. So, pag abot sa balay, pag tanaw sa expiration date, sayang kaayo kay malabay ra. So, sayang kaayo ang money. So, next is when to buy. So, generally, during festive season, so we get discounts on most of our purchases. So, if the product that we are going to buy is not urgent, we can defer its purchase till the next festive season when the discount will be high. So, there are times when sales promotion schemes are offered and we get certain added advantages while buying a product. So, for example, buy one get one free, buy a fan and take a watch free, buy a shirt, get trousers and half the price. So are different sales promotion schemes that we come across. So we can buy some products when such schemes are announced. So as a wise buyer, no, aron makasave ka or makaless ka, you can buy in a festive season. Like, for example, di ba, ang mga malls is mag-sales, ang mga malls mag-sale man dyan na sila if na holidays like Christmas, festival sa isa ka place, or anniversary nila. So, kung gusto dyan ka makales, no, sa mga ingana nga time ka, pwede ka mag-purchase or bisan ganig ka ng walay festive season, no, naaman dyan po yung nice sale sa mall. Okay, as what I have seen, no, kay na ako nakita nga mga products nga buy one then get two free or buy one take one. So that is my part and thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Soles. So at this point, let us now proceed to the next category of a wise buying practices that a wise consumer must know. So, where should we buy? So, it is always advisable no, to buy the products from establishment shops because those products where can be found on the establishment shop are all guaranteed that is certified and um, all that product are durable and of course those product have an approval coming from a different manufacturers and of course different organizations that protect the rights of every consumers that buy that certain product. So let's avoid buying durable products from the hawkers or interrents, meaning to say dili ta mo palit atong mga naalang sa mga kilid-kilid no those product na matingala ka nga oh mga no barato ka siya diri sa kilid-kilid at then pag abot dito sa mga establishments and shops medyo may ano ka ng kalahian ng mga presyo. It's all because those product that we can found only on the street or products from the hawkers or the interrents are substandards. The materials that being used are all substandards and of course those products are not durable. No, wata kabalo kung asa to siya gikan and of course let's try to think naman na kung kato siya nga product is barato so what are the outcomes or unsa ang mga outcomes nga mahatag niya ato sa tua if kana nga product is barato lang siya kumpara atong naa sa establishment wherein certified to siya sa mga manufacturers and of course sa mga organization nga nagaprotekta sa mga consumer rights, di ba? So, let's take that into consideration naman. Okay? So, sometimes you find seller gave discount on sales to increase sales, no? So, there are some instances in a certain establishment na nagbibigay sila ng mga discount or kumbaga nagbibigay sila ng buy one take one, sabi na ni Miss Solis kanina. So, let's try to think let's gather information about the discount given by the different seller on this specific product, because we don't know that those product that on sale has a defect, or um, there is something wrong with that certain product, or kumbaga the common issues is that malapit na yung expiration date ng isang product, kaya nila binibigyan ng discount, or kumbaga nagbibigay sila ng promotion ng buy one take one. Ayan, so as a good and a wise consumer, let's take into consideration to gathered information about that certain discount given by the seller on this specific product. Next is compare the prices of goods with another 2 or 3 shops and then buy accordingly. So, as a wise, or this is a innate skills of a wise consumer na kumbaga hindi lang sila tumitingin sa isang establishment, or kumbaga hindi lang nila pinapako yung sarili nila sa pagbili ng isang product sa iisang establishment. But then again, they considered other establishment who offered a different the same product, but then of course differs on the prices or the discount, or differs on the quality of that certain product. So we must compare, and of course seek for another shops, and then again decide for yourself and then buy accordingly. Okay, so next is for high price items like television, refrigerators, and electronic goods, always buy a company products and should avoid local brands. Ayan. So, it is very advisable, no, na we should not buy if we want a quality appliances, then we should go for a company products or company brands. Um, just like LG or Samsung, it is very advisable, no, to buy those products on a certified certified company who sell a certain product and who has the authorized to sell that certain product. Dili lang ka ng mga second hand or nasa mga gilid-gilid kay. Syempre, quality gani mo ginapangita. So, then proceed to those establishment nga authorized nga mobaligya for that certain product. Now, next category is how to buy. How to buy. As a wise consumer, let's ask ourselves how to buy. So, everybody knows that we have to pay money to buy any products, di ba naman? So, let's take into consideration on how to buy, as nowadays different ways and means of paying for the products are available. So let us examine them. So di ba na natin mga ways, different ways since the pandemic, or even the pandemic happens, there are certain ways na na ginagamit ng mga tao to buy or to pay their purchased product. We have the credit card, we have the debit card, we also have checked, we also have online payment. So, payment to the seller can be made by cash, as what I've said, a check, or a credit card. When we buy or when we pay by check or credit card, we are relieved of the botheration of carrying cash with us. So, 'di ba, there are people naman, or um, we could not generalize all the people. So there are some people na kumbaga hassle para sila na magdala pa og mga cash, especially those people who buy a kanang bulto-bulto gani, or they buy a supplies or goods good for 2 months or 1 month. So those people don't have any cash on their wallet, or don't have cash when buying or when purchasing products on the supermarket, or in the certain establishment, because hassle na para sila. Say for instance, a certain product cost, or kumbaga ang total sa imong product nga nabali na palit is cost 50,000. So 'di ba? So as a wise consumer, so dili na ka magdala og cash worth 50,000. So you can just have your credit card, or you can have your check to buy or to pay your purchased product. So that's it. So I hope that you've learned something about our discussion for today, and thank you so much for listening. So after this discussion, I'll be sending our link for our prepared quiz for our report, and of course, I hope that you will participate on answering our quiz. So those quiz will be graded and will be submitted to our professor, Ma'am Jessa Salades, and of course, those quiz will serve as your attendance or your proof na naminaw mo sa among discussion. Okay? Thank you so much for listening.